won the English Millennium.
Closer to free, keeps on running. Closer to free, makes his mark.
This is going to be really impressive in the Talindert. Hard kick, undefeated in jump outs and wins on the racecourse.
And Stratton Rulers burst away inside the 100 metres. Stratton Rulers blown them away in the Silver Slipper.
Streisand's taken the lead. Streisand brought 3/4 of a length in front and won the diamond.
Spicy Miss a half in front and neck in front. Spicy Miss clings on, won the Sweet Embrace. Campione d'Italia's chiming in. What a finish! Campione d'Italia in Central Europe.
Katie, I think everybody agrees it's really messy to try and pick that definitive golden slipper favourite. Who's your number one seed?
Well, it's been wide open all season, hasn't it? And we've seen some shock results and big odds. But I think Central Europe, and he was just narrowly beaten on debut last week in the Skyline, so we're going to see him next week in the Pago. He needs to win, and then he'll be in the slipper.
No, it's hard to argue. He was outstanding in defeat. So here are the contenders today.
Yes, and it's really win, and you really do need to win today to get into the slipper. 2 weeks out, a Hungarian girl, she's 22nd in order.
So
Cheyenne.
16 running the slipper.
Yeah, there's plenty of horses. I mean, Tornado Valley, he's in the slipper, but I think he's more towards a sire's path. So yeah, a lot of these horses really do need to stand up and win today.
And if you win today, you are exempt if you win the Reisling or the Todman. So Agrarian girl, so this is interesting. So she wins the Lonhro. Now there's a bit of a thing going on with her in the stalls today.
Yes, she's been playing up in the stalls, and the vets going to run their eyes over her. So she's obviously a flighty filly. They are 2-year-olds, and they're very immature at this stage in their life. So yeah, hopefully everything's okay with her because she is a talent.
And she'll be certainly in the market, but that little mishap. So this was last year's win attempted, and if we look on the right, we'll see some of the really outstanding fillies that have won the Reisling.
Yeah, she was awesome winning last year, wasn't she? And I remember James McDonald getting off her and saying she'll win the slipper, and she was unlucky not to win the slipper last year, and hasn't she gone on, as we've seen plenty of good champions over the years, More Joyous being one of them.
So it's been a terrific guy. Now, Ali, I know you were down in the stalls, and Agrarian, she was playing up.
Yeah, she was just a touch fractious down there. I went down to have a look at some of the 2-year-olds. I saw Paradoxium as well. He looks particularly good, so we'll report on him later as well. Yeah, she just got a bit fractious, so she's been checked over by the vets, and they'll have another look after this as well, no doubt, behind the barriers. But she is our best-backed runner here with 35% of the money at 280, just out of touch, though, from 270. Second best-backed runner and second in the betting here is Cheyenne. She's been 420 into 330 and has 30% of the overall hold. Nadra a touch soft, 480 to 550. Same with Rachini, 6 to 750. And Miss Chanel, who's gone 8 to 950. Potomac River is at 19. Miss Trump is the interesting one because this would be our worst result. 101 on opening, 31 this morning, now into $23. So 51 or more the rest of them. The bulk of the money sits at the top here, but a couple of interesting moves around the favourites. What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
So a long move there for Miss Trump. So here is Agrarian girl when we come into the theatre of the horse. So Gay Waterhouse has won the race on 4 occasions, but she hasn't won it with Adrian. It's been way back to 2015, the most recent.
Yeah, she's got a great chance here. She looks like she's parading nicely and nice and settled. As we just heard, she's been playing up a little bit in the stalls, and she does have that stallion chain on. So she's obviously a flighty filly, and she looks like she's pulled her head in now, and she's an ultra professional. She shows tactical speed. She pins her ears back, and she knows how to find the line.
This will be interesting, Katie. So the Blue Diamond, 7th of the Blue Diamond. What sort of a guide is the Blue Diamond going to be for the Sydney 2-year-old races? Yeah. We'll get a guide with Cheyenne.
I think so. And she was a little bit unlucky too in the Blue Diamond. Of course, she hasn't won yet, but she's had the 2 starts and she's been really good in both of them. James McDonald knows how to win this race. Of course, we saw him win on Tempted last year, and then he won it back on Tenley. So I think she's one of the main chances. Miss Chanel, now she's got the blinkers on for the first time. She's had the 3 starts. She comes out of the Piero plate behind Kieran Starr, and she was caught a little bit wide on that occasion. I thought she was good. The blinkers might sharpen her up. Bruce.
She's quite light, isn't she? She's a lovely looking filly. She looks quite, quick on her feet, so to speak. So, okay, Waterhouse train. Potomac River. So last Saturday ran in a 900-metre race and now to 1,200 within a week, but was impressive.
Yeah, and look, David Atkins is a great trainer and trained the half of this this filly in Buffalo. So Buffalo ran 6 last year and he was placed in a sires, and he also is a chestnut. So prior to buy this filly, and it'll be a big step up, but I think she's shown enough ability to do that.
Nadra, so similar to Maruna last year, who ran 2nd in this race and then went on and won the slippers, same colour, same ownership, same trainer.
She was brilliant on debut. That was behind Wolf Gap, where she made him work, and I like Wolf Gap in the next race. So I like Nadra here. She's a beautiful filly. Jason Collett's won the race as well, so he's very good on his 2-year-olds, and she's drawn well, so she's going to get every chance.
No, she's going to run very well. We get to the 10 here. This is Yvonne's Joy, so she'll be at long odds. She ran okay in the Piero at 100 to 1.
Yeah, she was beaten 4 lengths on that occasion. She's drawn barrier 1. She's got Dylan Gibbons in the saddle, who knows her because he rode her last start, so she'll get a nice economical run in transit. Leg of Sally for Alicia Collett. From out there, it's going to make it a little bit tricky, I'd imagine, Bruce.
John Thompson's got some roughies in the race, hasn't he? He scratched one of them, but he's throwing at the stumps, so to speak, with a couple of these, but all good experience. They're probably going to be better 3-year-olds than 2-year-olds. Rashini, formula with the Corson stables, come to be on Baker, trialled very well.
Yeah, she did, and Rach knows her quite well. She's going to really come out of the barriers humming. I'd imagine she'll go forward, and Rach has already ridden a winner so far, so she's very confident.
Miss Trump's well named by capitalists out of Newsreader on both sides, I guess, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. And Tommy Berry knows how to find the right 2-year-olds for these races, and he's looking to win 4 Golden Slippers in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, Tommy building quite a record. So off they go, out of the theatre of the horse, onto the track for the Reisling. So both the Reisling and the Todman are the next races from Royal Randwick, and they are so important in terms of the slipper. Could Stretton Ruler do what he did in the Silver Slipper, where he was absolutely dominant? If he does, he'll be a short price favourite. And Paradoxium, well, he's back. He didn't get to that Magic Millions on the Gold Coast, but boy, oh boy, was he impressive on his way through. You might have seen on social media this week that the Golden Slipper Trophy's been hidden in a secret location somewhere around Sydney. We need your help to find it. The first person to touch and find it will get 20 grand and a Tab Golden Slipper Day VIP experience. Head to goldenslippersearch.com.au for details and clues. TMCs apply. So that is something here. So this is the Group 1, Richie. I know you're watching as well, and also Lizzie. This is the Group 1, the Sistema, the first of 3 Group 1s in LSE today. There's a hot pot favourite. Let's go to the call from George Simon.
Vella's going a very cheeky race on the outside, and behind them Liguria. Lara Antipova's in front. She's clear by 2 from State of Vella, peaking on its run, battling away just in case, but it's Lara running on late Liguria, but Lara Antipova will get the prize in the Sistema. Second over Liguria. Third was State of Vella.
She's a daughter of Russian Revolution, Richo. She's unbeaten 4 for 4. Mickey D rode her, another Group 1. So they're thinking about maybe coming to Sydney. Now, I know she's $8, I've been told by Ali, in the Percy Sykes. She's not nominated for the Golden Slipper, so we watch this space.
Yeah, so she might she might come down the straight at Flemington, Bruce, before she goes to Sydney, but the Percy Sykes, which Lizzie was good enough to win with one of her quality fillies in the past. So that was impressive.
Was impressive. A very good ride as well. He shut the door on the second horse and was able to kick away at the top of the straight, but definitely one to watch as we head to Ali for a market mover.
It's Cheyenne, Lizzie, so open 6, 420, now into 310, is second best backed, but I will just mention Miss Trump again. It was 101, at 31 would be a big loser for us.
OK, let's go to Darren Flindell for his call of the Reisling.
Green Girl, 260, Greg, and the vets have cleared her to run. She was fractious in the race day stalls. The punters are not perturbed. She's a well-back favourite. She was a $31 chance when winning on debut in the Lonhro. Now Riccini, who's been friendless in the betting in the last 5 minutes, moves in, and we're ready to run. Stand by, the fillies set to run here in the Reisling Stakes. And they're racing, and a good line out. And the Agrarian Girl showing very good speed will lead from Potomac River, and Nadra away well straight to third, followed by Miss Chanel. Then came Cheyenne being restrained on the outside of Yvonne's Joy. Riccini taken back now from Miss Trump, and Legacelli is the last one. It's an easy lead for Agrarian Girl. She's charging along at the 800 from Potomac River. Nadra well positioned third, a length further back Miss Chanel. Then Yvonne's Joy. Cheyenne gets one off the fence, so she's a lot closer to the fence in the run today. Riccini right on her coattails from Miss Trump, and Legacelli the last one. Agrarian Girl, the well-supported favourite in front from Potomac River. Nadra stalks in third. Miss Chanel being reined along.
long. Further back to Cheyenne pulling out. Agrarian Girl slipped 2 in front up the rise. 2 in front now, but here comes Cheyenne down the outside, closing in. Potomac Rivers had enough. Then Miss Chanel and Riccini winding up. Agrarian Girl being tackled by Cheyenne the outside, and Cheyenne storms away with the Reisling Stakes. Had a much better run today, and Cheyenne wins it by a big space. Agrarian Girl second. Third position was Miss Chanel. Not sure about fourth. Riccini deep out from Potomac River. Nadra a bit disappointing there, didn't close off. Then Yvonne's Joy further back to Miss Trump, and Legacelli was last in.
So J-Mac wins this race for the third time, and Richo, you start to think, OK, Blue Diamond form, tick, 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 don't you? But also, no surprise, this is progressive, and she now puts herself right in the frame.
And no doubting that Blue Diamond form, and I would extend it just to say the Victorian 2-year-old form, and we saw that with Stretton Ruler, who went to Sydney, and he's, of course, the favourite coming up in the next. Keep in mind also, Lizzie, that Cheyenne, when it ran in the Blue Diamond, which was really unlucky, that was only its second career start. This girl has some talent.
She certainly does, and she's progressive. You can see that. Ran in the Blue Diamond prelude, then she stepped out in the Blue Diamond with no luck whatsoever, and she's made an absolute mess of them today. Algarian Girl up on speed. Miss Chanel, she just keeps bumping into a couple that are a little better than her. Potomac River ran well. The other horse that ran super, who didn't have a great deal of luck and was probably not going to have that luck, was Riccini. She came from behind Cheyenne and the rest of the field and found the line quite strongly. So I think this race will stack up.
So, Bruce, once again, I think for the Golden Slipper, those waters get muddier. I've got no idea.
No, join the club, Richo. We're paddling in the same direction in the same little canoe. Here's Annabelle with Katie.
What a way to knock off your maiden, Annabelle. You must be thrilled. Yeah, she's such a special filly. She obviously was second behind the eventual Blue Diamond winner on debut, and then just had no luck from the draw in the Blue Diamond. So yeah, to come here today and win a Group 2 on her third start's very exciting.
And she was really dominant. She sort of sat back off them, but they did go quite quickly, but she ran them up easily.
Yeah, we thought there was a bit of speed, and you know, James just wanted to blend in and try and get a bit of cover, because she's had tough runs to date from draws. So I was happy when he got in, and yeah, it was actually a fairly easy watch in the end. So just delighted for Eric Coe. He picked her out and bought her at the Magic Millions sales last year, and yeah, it looks like he's now got a live chance for the Golden Slipper.
Yeah, is this the best chance that you've had leading into a Golden Slipper?
Well, we won this race with Learning to Fly a couple of years ago, and that was then a disaster. So it's been a race that we've been trying to make amends in, but she's just tough. I mean, that race was only 2 weeks ago at Caulfield, and that was my only worry. She had a really tough run. She's had an interstate trip back up, and you know, that was my only query, whether it was all going to come a bit too soon. But she's so tough, and yeah, just a big credit to the whole team. She's been in all of the stables. I know the Melbourne team will be happy that she's been down there the last month. So yeah, very exciting.
Well done to you and Rob, and well ridden by James.
Very well ridden. He actually rang for the ride, which is rare as well. So that gave
I was breaking in the horses for Mr. McCartan. We sort of realised he was a bit better than average, you know. The first real inkling that we had, we went to the barriers to give them a jump out one morning, and they jumped out and they crossed. They beat the others by a furlong. Todman broke the Australian record at his first start in a race. He won by a big margin. He come back in the autumn, and they didn't have lead-up races. It's the first year of the Golden Slipper, and of course then he won a slipper by a big margin, I think about 8 lengths. And then his next start, he ran the Size Produce, and a horse called Tulloch was in it, who'd won the VRC Size Produce, and he beat Todman in that. In those days, the Champagne Stakes was run on the Wednesday and was only 6 furlongs. They both run in that, and Todman beat Tulloch quite comfortably, and that's only twice they met.
The great Neville Beggar, Todman, and Ten Tyrus won this race last year. We know what he's gone on to do. What will he do today? It's got such an honour roll.
Yeah, it sure does. And Woden was behind him, and nepotism. So some really, really good horses came out of this race, Bruce.
They certainly do. And this is what Ten Tyrus could do. Can you believe it? Yep, you can. And not only does he wins by half a length running away on this beautiful day at Royal Randwick. It's muggy, it's warm, and everybody's out and about. A lot of fun at the races, both at Flemington in Melbourne and here. Well, if Stretton Ruler wins easily, he'll be favourite for the Golden
Yeah,
Slipper, because what he did in the Silver Slipper was great.
He'll be really hard to beat too. So, of course, he comes up from Melbourne, from Caulfield, and he blasts them away in the Silver Slipper. So if he repeats that effort, he will definitely be the favourite for the Golden Slipper. He's drawn a good barrier. I can't see why he can't. But one thing is, with 2-year-olds, you've got them one day and sometimes you don't have them the next. But no doubt he will make his presence felt.
A couple of changes for Hidricks. James goes on for the first time, and also the blinkers.
Yeah, so the blinkers will really sharpen him up. Of course, he won the Canterbury at Group 3 level, and he won it well. He beat Confederation on that occasion and then went around and chased Stretton Ruler. I thought he was okay. He got to the line good. I think the blinkers will really help him and sharpen him right up.
History shows it's very hard for a 2-year-old to turn it around as if you have 2 ordinary runs. Can Incognito do it?
Well, I know that Michael Friedman is such a good 2-year-old trainer, and if he wasn't right, he wouldn't be here. So if he's turned it around, he does have the blinkers on for the first time, the synthetic hoof filler for the first time. So he's obviously got some little feet issues and the tongue control bit off. So I think that's a positive gear change. Tommy Berry and Michael Friedman, they're lethal when they team up, just like Jason Collett and Bjorn Baker teaming up with this guy, Paradox.
How does he look to you? We haven't seen him for a while.
Yeah, I think he looks good. He's trialled up enormously. They've always held him in high regard. Of course, he won the Magic Millions Wyong race and he won it in style. So I think he's come back well, and we'll see how good he is. But I like this guy. He's my roughie bet. No, he's in when I've put him as a roughie. He was nearly 10-1 this morning. So they have backed him in. Wolf Gap, he's drawn barrier 1. Nash Rawilla knows what it takes to win this race. He's won it on 2 occasions. And I thought he was really, really good in the midweeks at Warwick Farm. And he looked like he had plenty of improvement.
This was Lizzie's roughie today in Nomadic. Now, massive. Have a look at this. If it'll be Dame Lizzie if this one wins, that's for sure.
Yes, she can have the crown if he gets up. Look, he's got the blinkers on for the first time and the bubble cheeker on his near side. So he's obviously a horse that can hang in a little bit. So if he straightens up, he will hopefully give Lizzie a good run for his money. And Sarah Fox isn't nom for the Golden Slipper, but gee, he trolled up really well. He's a nice size horse. He's got a big action on him. Looks like he's got plenty of scope, and I think he's a horse. Watch for him late. Good to see Karen McAvoy back in the saddle.
Yes, he's one right. So we didn't expect him to ride today. We thought it might be on Wednesday. I mean, what a jockey he is, and he's so good with 2. And Tornado Valley ran so well at the Magic Millions. He's got a heap of prize money. That doesn't all count for the Golden Slipper. But we think he's going to bypass the Golden Slipper and go to the sire. So we'll work all that out if he is successful today. Ali, give us the market mover from the tab for the Todman.
Well, there's been a couple of firms, but it is Stretton Ruler, who's been $3.30 into $3 now. Bruce sitting on the second line of betting, second best backed.
Good stuff. So, Richo and Lizzie, Ali told us earlier that Cheyenne came in from 34 to 15 for the Golden Slipper. So Cheyenne's now on the 5th line. Now, if either Stretton Ruler, Hidricks or Paradoxian win this and win it really well, they are going to be right there as, I think, favourite.
Yeah, I think they would be the favourite, though, Bruce. I must admit, I'm feeling a touch uncomfortable because I don't have many strings to my bow, and I've just got this little niche, this little roughies area that I'm just trying to make my own. I'm just a young kid having a go, and suddenly Lizzie Jules is tipped. I just checked fixed odds, a 200-1 chance here in number 9. Get out of my lane, kiddo.
Oh, I tell you what, it was just that it hit the dartboard, so I just put it up today. That's all.
If this
Don't
thing
worry.
wins, Bruce, I'm dropping the mic. I'm leaving.
Well, we can always hope. Lizzie, I'm on my way down to Flemington. Here's Darren Flindell for the Todman.
All in the gates now. We're ready to go on the Todman Stakes. Stand by for a break. Ready?
Clear. Again. Clear.
Sit now. Racing. Paradoxium jumped really well in the centre, together with the other favourite, Stretton Ruler. Hidricks away well into 3rd, followed by Sarah Fox. Incognito improves, then Wolf Gap, Tornado Valley. And Nomadic's at the tail of the field. Paradoxium's going to lead, and Hidricks with the blinkers on is right up there on the outside 2nd. Stretton Ruler tugging along in 3rd. Wolf Gap creeping up into 4th now on the rails. Inside Incognito, Sarah Fox out wide.
then Tornado Valley, and 2 lengths away to Nomadic. So Paradoxium at a controlled speed at the 600 from Hidrix the outside. Stratton Ruler with cover on the outside of Wolf Gap, and Incognito cluttered up between runners. Coming around the turn, and Paradoxium travelling sweetly by a length on Hidrix, 2 after Stratton Ruler, and Wolf Gap staying on the inside. Up the rise now, and Paradoxium still travelling, leads by a length and a half to Hidrix under the pump. Stratton Ruler being called upon, Incognito to the outside, Wolf Gap between them, but Paradoxium's flying inside the 100 metres, sustained speed, and Sydney has some hope in the slipper. Paradoxium won it easily from Stratton Ruler. Wolf Gap third, followed by Incognito, Hidrix, Tornado Valley, further back to Sarah Fox, and last in was Nomadic.
Well, Bjorn Baker's been pretty crook all week. He's going to smile now, Lizzie and Richo. That's some training performance, Richo. I mean, we haven't seen him, after a while. He was going to be favourite for the Magic Millions. We know he didn't get there. That was what we were wanting to see, I reckon, Richo, don't you?
Oh, I totally agree, Bruce. That is exactly what we wanted to see. Yep, he's back and back in a big way. And let's not understate that training performance, because I'm sure leading into the Magic Millions, they were basically had their head in their hands leading into that with this horse. They've nursed him back to health and fitness, and he has just launched again.
He certainly has, Richo. That was a brilliant performance. You know that what he has is he has gate speed and he has sustained speed, and that's why he's going to be able to be a real factor in a slipper. You can see the second horse, Hidrix. He was possibly just a touch disappointing. Maybe they might want to ride him a touch colder. Stratton Ruler, I think that he's a horse that will definitely continue to improve. You got to remember, he's already in the slipper, so they want to be able to have a run under their belt and then go into the slipper, and not, if he hadn't have run again, it would have been 4 weeks in between runs. So that's still a pass mark. Yes, Paradoxium has been brilliant, but again, it's going to be how this race is run and how the barriers are all panned out. So it's still a clearer picture, but Bjorn Baker's now got a live chance in a slipper, Katie.
Absolutely super, Bjorn. He's got speed to burn, and he just put him away with ease.
Yeah, it's great. It's very exciting. Where he's come from, he's very ill in December to get back here. So I think he's going to improve a heap out of this too. He only had the one trial into it. We've got a good 2 weeks into the slipper now, and he's in. So he's in the main game. But no, very important. I've got a great bunch of owners. They've been through thick and thin with him, and he's just got a great temperament, a great constitution.
And it's good. Must be good to have Rach King back aboard him.
Jason Collett on this one. Sorry. One day we'll be able to get McDonald on. It's like winning the lottery when you get him on. But no, he's gone super. So happy and great to have a live chance going into the slipper.
Yeah, it's massive, and of course you're looking to win the first golden slipper. Is this your best chance leading into it?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's in great order. I think Woolwaven too, we can't forget about him, but he's going to be knocked down the order. We may have to run him next week now, the way it's working out. So, no, very exciting.
Well, good luck.